Good morning. There won't be any introduction. I have to just say it. Let's go. As the title mentions it, stop imposing your presence to other people. It can be by staying when it's clearly asked that you leave, or you can clearly feel that your presence is not wanted. It can be by not understanding a boundary clearly and keep asking questions over questions regarding this boundary. You need to understand how overwhelming it is for the other person. I really need you to understand that. Know when to quit things. This applies to absolutely everything in life, but let's be honest, mainly humans' interactions. There will be times in life where people will not want to talk to you, or will not want to have you around, will not want to be your friend, will not want to date you, will not want to keep having this conversation with you. This is extremely important that you understand and learn when to quit. People have the right to not want to talk to you. People have the right to set their boundaries with you, and you need to accept that. You need to allow that. You need to allow people to not just want to talk to you. You need to understand that this will happen, and they don't have to explain themselves to you about that. No one have to explain themselves to you, okay? People have the right to not want to talk to you. People have the right to not want to hang out with you. People have the right to not want to be your friend. People have the right to not vibe with you. And they are not mean. It doesn't mean that something is wrong with them, or it doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. But one thing's for sure is that you cannot impose your presence to other people. To give you an example, so you can have an idea of the kind of situation I'm talking about. You're talking to someone, for example, and you cross this person's boundary by saying this or that, behaving like this or like that. This person feels triggered, and more importantly, their boundaries have been crossed. From now on, they decide to put an end to this conversation politely by saying, okay, let's just leave it there. Okay, thank you. And you, instead of understanding and respecting the fact that this person just stated a boundary with you, this person just clearly said that they want to just stop here, what do? What did I do? Because actually I didn't like, I'm gonna just go, let's leave it there. But I'm also available on Friday. What are you doing on Friday? Let's leave it there. Okay? I'm having another one. Are you interested too? No. No, thank you. And what about this one? What about this one? Instead of leaving, because this person just asked you to leave, you decide to ask more and more and more and more questions again and again and again and again and again. You have the right to like ask why, or just to verify something, if okay, what happened. But from the second the person decided to end the conversation with you, you have to respect that. You have to respect that. You can't just force the other person to keep talking to you if they decided to end the conversation. You have to respect that. Yes, sometimes it's gonna feel awkward, but you just have to deal with it. That's all. This is the best example because there are different type of case scenario, like mainly interaction with people. This is really a moment where, for me, it really feels like I'm home, okay? You're banging at my door. I say no, sorry, but this isn't the right time. Can you leave? And you don't leave, and you keep forcing the door like this. This is how it feels like to have someone keeping on talking to us when we clearly ended the conversation. When we made it clear that the conversation ends here and we have nothing more to say. When we show our non-interest in someone, for example, and this person just can't accept that, so they keep talking to you, they keep trying to make things right, or they keep talking to you again and again, and you have no idea how overwhelming it is. You need to learn how to quit and to just accept that. Accept that. Just drop everything you're doing and pay attention to people setting their boundaries with you. When someone is trying to let you know that they just would like to end it here, it ends here. You have to stop here. You have to do that. Okay, you can just verify if that's what just happened here by asking a question or bounce on the latest thing you said, just to verify if the conversation was really ended here. But if you feel like the person really doesn't want to talk to you anymore, they're like done with the conversation, no matter how hurtful it can be, and I understand that, you have to just leave this person alone because this person doesn't want to talk to you anymore. You have to accept that and leave them alone. This happens every day in this society, and I know that it triggers a lot in many people, but I'm not even going to go further in detail about where it's coming from, this fear of rejection. I actually have a video about how to deal with rejection, how to accept rejection, because in the end, this has nothing to do with you. This is a matter of compatibility. So if the other person doesn't want to keep talking to you, doesn't want to have anything to do with you, I mean, no matter how painful it is, you have to let go. But you also have to remind yourself that there is nothing wrong with you. You need to just accept that there might be nothing wrong with you. It doesn't necessarily mean that something's wrong with you. It just means that this person doesn't want to talk to you anymore. For some reason, you are not compatible. They don't want to connect with you. You must respect that. You need to drop everything you're doing and respect that. And also understand that it doesn't necessarily mean that something's wrong with you. It's okay. It's okay to be rejected. It happens all the time to everyone. To start a conversation with someone and notice that, okay, you don't really have anything in common and this person is just starting to just want to end the conversation, and you can feel it, just respect that and leave. Stop imposing your presence to them. And all sorts of other situations like that where you feel hurt and you like try to insist on proving yourself to the other person. You just don't realize how overwhelming it is for the other person. You have to respect the fact that they just don't want to go further with you, and that's the way it is. I'm really talking about very simple interactions because this happens really all the time. This is such a common situation, you know, that also happened to me. I really wanted to address that because contrary to the popular belief and to what many of you probably think right now, I'm not only talking about men. Yeah, because yes, this is clearly a very common situation. Women have all been in, right, to have a guy just insisting and not understanding that you're just not into that, you don't want to talk to them anymore, and they keep just talking to you, they just won't go away. A man coming on the street talking to you and you don't want to talk to them. But let me tell you something, this is something that applies to everyone. Yes, everyone. I have been in this situation with so many women, actually. I have been in this situation with absolutely everyone. Because they were women, I was feeling less attacked and in danger, but I was still deeply overwhelmed by this person keeping on talking to me when I clearly said that I didn't want to talk about it, or I just wanted to end the conversation and you're still talking to me. This happens all the time in women too. So these boundaries respecting also applies to you girls, okay? Allow people to not want to have anything to do with you. You just need to allow people to feel that way about you, and that's totally okay. You can go home and purge whatever feeling that crossed your body, but one thing's for sure is that you cannot impose your presence to someone. You need to know how to quit things. Drop it. Just drop it, okay? And leave people alone. Anywhere you go, you belong. I needed to get this out of my chest, and I really needed to share this official message to the world. So please do the work being more self-aware of when you're doing this. Train yourself to allow people to reject you. Allow people to reject you. Okay, guys? I wish you a wonderful day, and I see you in the next video. Bye-bye.